Right, settings. Let's have a go. I just changed my game on Kerbal space program 2. Okay. Allow revert on, allow quick load, flight, unbreakable joints, off. No crash damage, off. Tolerance distance for docking, 100%. Probes require signal for control, off. Probes require signal for control. Oh yeah, okay, that's where you forgot to put a control. And the antenna range and all that stuff. Infinite propellant off, infinite electricity off. Hang on, first of all, like having the music not in my face. Oh yeah, I need to move me and everything around now, don't I? God. Don't know where the best place is going to be for me or the text. I'll have to figure that out. I bet you are the Brit. Josh Bosch, thank you for 70 months. Andrew, thank you for 61. I like the graphics. Master level, Kerbal, UA, audio listening level, normal. Tab away, audio on. Gameplay, simulation, max persistent debris. Just the maximum amount of debris that may be present. Lower settings can improve performance. We'll have to see what performance is like. Skip launch sequence off. Show FPS. Let's turn that on. I'm curious. Yep. User interface. Show vessel levels on. Temperature gauges. Toggle appearance of temperature gauges when parts receive a dangerous amount of heat. Yeah. Accessibility. Subtitle text medium. Graphics. Borderless windowed. VSync. You shouldn't need VSync if you're borderless windowed anyway. Anti-aliasing. Reduce the blockiness of textures. I mean, I would have thought you can get away with 4x for this, can't you? Quality presets high. Well, we'll have to see what this is like. Everything's on high. And if we get performance problems, we'll have to dial it back. We shall see. Okay. Settings, extras, what's that? Okay, whatever. Single player. Start a new campaign. Difficulty. You reckon, Dave? Game difficulty option will change later by the in-game settings. What does hard do? Stops you from having a revert or a quick load. Yeah, no. Rocket scientist? Oh my god. We'll leave it on normal. Campaign name. As if. Campaign name. What should we call it? Agency name. Hey, look at this. SquirrelX, I like it. Which one appeals to me? I quite like that one for some reason. Well, the agency can be SquirrelX. The campaign name, I just would call it like Twitch launch. First time user experience. Oh god. I'm not, like... I don't know how to take that or not. Like, I'm not new to Kerbal, but I am new to Kerbal too, so... Is that going to be like, this is an engine? Or is it going to be like... This is, you know, I don't know. We'll leave it on, see what happens. Oh, wow, that's a bit faster. Do you think he looks happy? That is the face of everybody back at the base now when they've just launched this game.
Your new space program, leaping forward into the cosmos. Since the dawn of Kerbal kind, we have looked to the sky and wondered what sublime mysteries lie hidden in the darkness.
Literally trying to sound like Carl Sagan.
Never beheld. These untold treasures may soon reveal themselves due to the efforts of recently founded Kerbal Space.
Oh my! I think that might have been the only copy of the orientation film. Hold on! Slides, somewhere. Welcome to your first day running the Kerbal Space Program. This campus hosts the greatest ever gathering of astronomers, astronauts, and engineers. After years of focused effort, this collection of geniuses has created several very impressive buildings. We believe we have all the necessary pieces to take our first steps off the ground. The best way to advance our technologies further is to get up there and learn by doing. All we need now is somebody to show us how to put all these parts together. Well, we also need somebody to help us out with the flying. We need a lot of help, actually. That's why you're here. My name is Paige, by the way. If you need any hints, feel free to visit me over at the training center. Everything in there is well padded, so it's a great place to get up and running. Welcome aboard.
Oh, works pretty good. Hello, welcome to Kerbal Space. Campus everything you need to turn your fledgling space program into the stuff of legends. Our engineers have created a training program that will guide you through the building and very first rocket. This should be good. You can go through the first lesson here at the training center. If you want to start building right away, go to vehicle assembly building is where you want to be. Can we pan the camera? Oh, there we go. Because that's the right mouse button. That is a really small font. Let's see what they do. What is this? Doing star jumps in a spacesuit. Lessons take place in a simulation. You can start a lesson at any time, even in the middle of an active flight. When you're done, we'll put you right back here where we found you. Okay. Space is the place. Missing the ground. Orbits are weird. Oh, God. How do rockets work? Let's jump in the VAB. Welcome to the vehicle assembly building. This is where you assemble vehicles. Okay. Oh, look at this. This is the parts picker. You take pieces from the picker and place them in your workspace. A starting rocket has a command pod, an engine, and a fuel tank. Holding the fuel engine the needs. Yeah, you can view parts by category. You can also search the sort parts. If you have a part where you use often, you can favorite them. Oh, that's nice. You can construct several assemblies or sections of your vehicle at the same time. Uh-huh. The assembly marked with the green icon is your launch assembly. It is what goes out the door when you select launch. Okay, so they've thought that through. Use the engineer's report to see how your vehicle will perform. It will give you useful stats and a list of potential problems. For example, you can use the engineer's report to see if you have a thrust-to-weight ratio over 1, which means your rocket will actually leave the launch pad. Over here is the trip planner. Use it to plot a destination and ensure that your vehicle has the ability to get there. So they've kind of tried to take the guesswork out of that, because Previously, if you wanted to go somewhere, like the moon or whatever, you had to make something, but you had no way of knowing if it would really get there or not. Or if you could get back. Once you're ready to fly, select the launch button. As long as your vehicle fits completely within the VAB, it will be moved into your chosen launch location. Wait, there's different locations? The training center teaches everything from basic rocket construction to orbital mechanics. It's fun and informative. Yeah, we'll be fine. Okay, so zoom. Move around. Can we not? Oh. So if you hold the mouse button down, you can do this. There's normally like Kerbins walking around. Right. So where do I need to be? I can try and go there. I don't know where we're going to put the chat. Crikey. Every single game just messes with your overlay. Try that. Okay, we'll see how we get on with that. Is it me as the UI scale way too big for 1080 scaling? It does feel... You mean this? It does feel a bit big, doesn't it? I don't know if there's a way of zooming that back. Settings. Graphics. There's no scale option, is there? Accessibility. Subtitle text size. Adjust the size of video subtitle text. What UI tab? User interface. This? There's nothing here. You'd think they'd allow you to scale the UI a bit. Okay, so if we bring in a single seat command pod, what else can we do? Oh my god. This is squirrel has brought food. Yeah, it could be. Single seat lander can, single seat command pod, 3-seat command pod. Let's go with that. Let's have a 3-seat command pod. Is that all the parts? I assume so. A Reddit post already says you got to change UI scale in a config file. Okay, does the Reddit post mention where to find that setting file? All parts are currently unlocked. So yeah, that's all the parts, right? Fuel tanks. Group by type. Type, mass, size. Methalox fuel tank. Good choice for upper stage assemblies. Fuel tank was designed for those. Okay, that's too small. SM. Is SM the MD? What does that mean? XS. Is that the size? How do you just let go of something? SM is small. Oh, right, okay. Small, medium, extra small. Medium? Nope. It was a KSP1 post. Ah. Okay. Sad. Let's just build something and just see what takeoff looks like, right? Engines. Skipper. So they've not brought all the engines across, have they? Because in KSP1 it's a lot more than this. What does that do? They changed some. They're going to add more later. Okay. Structures, clamps, engine outputs, launch clamp. Should probably have a launch clamp. Coupling. So that's the fairing. These are the cargo bays. These are the crew cabins. Ooh, trusses. Nice. Nose cone, air intake, wings, stabilizers, control surface, tail section. There you go. What's down here? Symmetry mode. How do you do that again? It used to be X and C, didn't it? There you go. X key does the symmetry, so they've kept that. C key does snapping. I'm not sure what that's doing. No idea what that is. Holy smoke. What do you reckon? Daz mentioned that the first interstellar planet will be called... What? Are we going to Eve? Oh, yeah. Definitely. Ground. Move with wheels and gear. Well, we're not going to be getting back anyway, are we? Let's face it. Maybe we should stick a parachute on top. Thermal dispersion, electrical generation... Comms, utility. I know, the price of it shocked me. 45 quid is unreal, isn't it? Early access game, man. That's a radial mount. Is that a nose cone? Extra small, small. Just in case we ever think we might possibly be able to land. What we could do is put a decoupler in there. Medium decoupler. So we could, in theory, detach this lot and parachute back. So here we've got our staging. So it's separation. That's no good. Engine. Engine, separation, parachute. There we go. Well, I'm not planning to go up fully into... I don't think this will get us into orbit. I just want to do a test launch, see what happens. Workspace orientation. Okay, engineers report. Thrust to weight ratio 1.2. Okay. Trip planner. One-way trip from Kerbal to... That's quite cool. Kerbal low orbit. 34,000 delta V in low orbit. I think not. Is that the engineer's summary of whether you'll get to Bob? PC Tech, thank you for 98 months. I am well. Carth, thank you for 2 years. Happy anniversary. Check out the flame detectors when you launch. The flame deflectors. Action group manager, Kerbal manager. Who we bringing? Bill. Parts manager. Vehicle. Test. Rocket. Juan. Save that. Workspace, vehicle name. That's such a weird thing. I'll get used to it. Right. How do we go to Launchpad? Oh my god. That's a pretty cool launch bay. What does that say? What is that? This is nuts. This is so different. This element is your flight cluster. It contains all the information controls and information. Here you speed up or pause time. You can still move your camera and interact with part functions when they're paused. This is your staging stack. It shows the order your rocket's parts will activate. Remember, the first stage is at the bottom of the stack. This is interesting. It actually shows you how much delta V is in that stage. Can't see Bob's terrified face. Dude, where do you want me to put the chat? Like, seriously? There's nowhere left on the screen. There you go. I shall put it over here, which will be completely in the way later when we're back in the VAB. Does the chat need to be on, Krav? Yes, it does. Let's not even open that can of worms. We spoke about this many times. We even had a vote on it. When it gets to YouTube, it's useful having the chat. If you'd like to learn to fly in a safe simulated environment, be sure to track it. Nah. Okay. How hard can it be? I'm guessing this is our... I don't know, is this the thrust? Oh my god, that is so different. That is so different. How do you even turn east? Is that east? I don't know if that's heading east or not. I like the countdown, that was funny. We've still got 50% fuel. Flipping heck. Hang on. Yeah, that is thrust. Max Q. 8,000 meters. How do we get to the world view? You used to be able to get to the orbital view. I don't know how you do it. You think of turning south? Yeah, I'm not sure either. You used to press the D key to go east, and I've pressed the D key, but I genuinely don't know if that's gone east or not. Is it in? Oh, hang on. I was going east, I think. Yeah. Hey. That's not terrible for a first flight in a random rocket. Apo's currently 57k at the moment. That's pretty decent. Well, look at that. Hey. Is that a launch pad? No, that's the launch pad. What's that then? A weird thing. Oh, it's an island. Yeah, I've just noticed that the Apo's down here, which is quite handy actually. Let's see if we can get something resembling an orbit. Right, how do we speed up his brackets? There we go. Double click to focus on any object. Hold the middle mouse down will allow you to freely look at the camera. If you select a point in the vehicle's trajectory, you can place a maneuver location. So you can still do the whole maneuver node. If you're curious about the maneuvers, training centers teach you how to do it. Yeah. If you want to change focus, you can do that in tracking station. Gotcha. So in theory, we can create a maneuver node. So like, how did you even do this? There we go. Was it showing the information? It used to show the... It used to show the numbers here. It doesn't show the numbers anymore. Am I missing something? Where's the periapps of that? Bottom middle of the screen. God, that's a horrible font. Required Delta V 624. Start burn in minus 47 seconds. Stop burn. Yeah, but where's the... What's the periapps going to be? That's just a mess. I mean, we've got... No, I don't want to destroy that. How do you delete the maneuver node? I'm not sure I like that. Like, normally when you create a maneuver node, I'm sure it used to put the altitudes here on the Apo and Peri. You can see the numbers, but I can't see the actual numbers. We'll have to go through the tutorial just to sort of see what we're missing here. But 134,000, 103,000. We got into orbit. Yeah, but you don't want to be clicking on the values. You're already clicked on the node, you know? It's a bit frustrating. Anyway, we'll speed up. That looks a bit less spectacular than it used to, doesn't it? Kerbal. It has my Apo and Peri in the nav ball, yes, but I wanted to see the Apo and Peri of my maneuver node so that as I'm sliding it, I can see, like, do I need to, because I want to bring my Peri up to 100 on the maneuver node, but I don't know where to look at the number. I'll have to try it again, and we'll try the training center. It's fine. It'll probably tell us in the training center. Right, let's go and splash down somewhere. Right, does this still work? Prograde, retrograde. Have we lost the ability to maneuver? Is it paused? Why does it feel like it's paused? Oh. What? Oh, no. No. Rip. I press the space key to unpause it, and in this game, the space key does the next stage, so now I've just got no way of getting out of orbit. That was from 3 minutes ago. We could try that. I don't know how I paused it. Smith, thank you for 76 months. Right, are we in orbit? Oh, this is just before we did the burn. Too many men were lost to that damn space bar. It's like literally the biggest key on your keyboard, and it has such serious consequences. I would have preferred the enter key. Seriously. In fact, I might even remap it just to stop me from doing that. If I could map the space key to pause and then the enter key to like the staging, that would actually be a lot safer. Right. Why is clicking on these things just so fiddly? Yeah, trying to get the bin icon up is difficult. We should be able to come in over the land somewhere. There was a bin icon next to the Delta V. Yeah, you see, you're able to scan the screen more than me right now because I've got to do other things. Let's try and point retrograde. Why are you not pointing retrograde? Throttle is locked when time warp is over 1. There we go. Now you can point retrograde. Delta Prime, thank you for 16 months. Have they made the game more streamlined for someone like me that's not a rocket scientist? I think we'll find out when we go to the training center and see what that's like. Okay, let's bring our orbit back. At some point, we're going to have to just detach the engine anyway. We've got enough, just look at that. We've got the perfect amount of Delta V. Okay, I think that should be enough. So we'll flick back to prograde. No, it never used to, Jevons, but we'll find out. I doubt it. I doubt it includes atmospheric drag. Right, we'll stage detach that, I think. I'll tell you what I didn't do was set the parachute properties. I don't know where we do that. Is it on the parts manager? Deploy. No, I thought there was a box to type the altitude in, you stupid thing. How is that a button? That's literally an edit field. And it's not even armed. That is so dumb. Does that look like an edit box to you? I'm thinking, yeah, put in the altitude that we want the parachute to deploy at, because that was in the last game. Deploy settings, deploy mode, safe, risky, or immediate. Deploy altitude. So that's where you do that. And then we'll arm it. Or is that armed? Oh, God. No, is that armed? That's armed, isn't it? That is not a button, though. That's ridiculous. That needs to change. Alright. We should be losing altitude now. We are 85,000. Now, if that takes into account atmospheric drag, then we're going to splash down way out to sea. If it doesn't, we should be back here somewhere. Speed up over. So what's this here then? Vertical speed, okay. Atmosphere. Ah, that's cool. So is that going to move down this way? Yeah, look, it's showing a rocket. It's tending downwards, and then the atmosphere starts here. That's nice. That's like information we didn't really have before. Then we've got a ground speed. We click that. So that's our altitude above sea level, and then height above ground, I assume. orbital speed, surface speed. Full control. I'm not sure what the options are there. Yeah, it was actually. It was at the top, Jetro, but... Well, at the moment that's not changing, but then we're not hit any atmosphere yet. So we shall see. Wait, that shows a proper Kerbal now. That was a weird orange thing before. Why is that deployed? Why is it deployed that at like 20,000 meters? When I literally said 2,500. Where's all the re-entry stuff? There's no heat animation. Oh, re-entry's not in it yet. Ah. That's pretty good. That's pretty nice. I'm a bit disappointed they haven't done re-entry physics yet. How does Bill bounce? Vessel destroyed. I take it there was not enough parachute for the pod, which seems a bit weird. Yeah, but the question is, why was we doing 60 meters per second when, I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand why that didn't just work. Was that a drag chute? Was it the wrong kind of chute then? Chris94, thank you for 95 months. Been a while since you've been in the stream. KSP2 is finally here. Oh yeah. Okay, so that was... How do we get the information on that? I thought the Mark 25. I'm sure I've used that before. Oh, there you go. It literally says, it will not prevent you from splattering into Kerbal like a bug, but it will slow you down enough to deploy your stand. Parachute. Designed to fit into the nose console for best results, use it in an atmosphere. Brilliant statement. Right, so we take that off and we put that on. Let's try that one. So deploy settings, 1,000 meters, blimey. That seems quite low. Okay, well it worked. What else do we want to do with this? Heat shield seems a bit pointless. What is the point in putting a heat shield on when it doesn't do anything? Fairing, cargo bay. Fuel tanks. I tell you what we've not tried. We haven't tried the RCS stuff. Paint flames on the side. I don't think you can paint anything, can you? We can put some dumplings on it for the lols. That's what we could do. You can colour everything. How? How do you paint stuff? What if we just stick a reaction wheel on there instead? Color manager. Go away. Assembly. Apply to assembly. Apply to part. Okay. So if we do that. Set as agency colors. Blimey. Bass and accent. You can look at that. Being able to paint stuff is just a complete game changer. Oh my god. There you go. That's just amazing. That completely changes it. You can even do it transparent, look. So you can have the base and make it transparent. So you can apply like a thin layer of it. That's really nice. More aerodynamic, yeah. That looks really good, doesn't it? Let's save that. Yep, overwrite. How do we revert back? Well, we can try the boosters. We'll put a couple of small boosters at the bottom. See what happens. Yeah, solid fuel. What does that little spanner symbol mean, I wonder? Some radial decouplers in there. Chris, 94, thank you very much, mate. Thank you for gifting 5 subs. Welcome, guys. If you got a sub, please give Chris a thank you. Now that's interesting. Why is it showing me those cones? Is that the connection point? I presume that's the connection point there. Oh, I'm not used to the cameras yet. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, that's no good, is it? That needs rotating. How do I rotate that? I can't line it up. You stay there. You can't line the paint up? That is super triggering. Spanner precise mode? I don't know. Wingspan, wing angle, control surface. I guess the spanner means you can adjust little settings on the component. Do them individually. What, you think that'll make a difference? No, if I just do 1 or 2, it doesn't matter. It still doesn't line up. We can turn snapping off, but it won't. Hang on. So even with snapping off, it still only rotates it by 90 degrees or something. Rotate them with cube. Hey, now we're talking. Woo! Much better. Okay, right. Need to get the staging done, don't we? Because we want the... Where's the 4? That's the main engine. Why are you there? The heck? Right, main engine and boosters together. Then at some point we're going to want to separate the boosters. And at some point we're going to want to separate the main thing, and then at some point parachute. Ether Dragon, thank you for the bits. Real rockets were pink. Absolutely. The other thing we can do, probably, is not do that. How do you just... Didn't want to pick it up. I just wanted to edit the settings. How do you edit the settings? Is it right click maybe? No. Okay, that'll be fine. Use the part manager for everything, gotcha. Thruster weight is now 2.3. Parts on the vessel consume electricity, but there is no way to generate it. Consider adding solar panels. What do you mean there's no way to generate it? What do you think this is? Is that just because of the reactor thing? I bet it is. But surely the main thruster generates electricity. I think it's the reaction wheel that's causing that. RCL1, what is that? Yeah, that is a reaction wheel. That's not a probe control, is it? I'm sure that was a reaction wheel. No, remote guidance unit, you're right. It was meant to be a reaction wheel. Wait, did they not have reaction wheels in this game? It's a probe which has a built-in reaction wheel. I see. No, we'll do that then. You think it's called stabilizer? Oh. Huh. So it does have it. That's so bizarre. Okay, I think that's good to go now. What's the we should put lights on it. A dome light. Navigation light? Oh, nice. Put lights up the side. I don't know if you have to activate them or what. We don't need that.